Morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you are listening to this video. I will be showing you how to reset your password on the new Rev360 portal and also how to update your email address in case you don't have access to your former email address, which is the registered email address on Taxpromax. However, I would also like to inform everyone that not all taxpayer has been fully migrated to the new Rev360 portal. We only have the medium and emerging taxpayer that has been migrated. We have the large and government agencies has not yet been migrated to the Rev360 portal. So how do you know if you have actually been migrated? You can make an attempt to visit the old Taxpromax portal, which is this. So when you visit the Taxpromax, try and log in with your previous login details. So if I click on this app, so I'm going to be using our own registered email, for example. So if I click on login, you will see this error message. So this message indicates that your company has already been migrated to Rev360. So you can now proceed to reset your password on the Rev360 portal. But however, if at the point of clicking login, you are able to log in successfully to the Taxpromax, so that means you are yet to be migrated to the Rev360 portal. So I'll go back to the Rev360 portal, then I'll click on this reset password. You only click on reset password if you have access to your registered email address on Taxpromax. And that is why we have noted in our notice email that if we have any taxpayer that does not have access, that does not even know their registered email address on Taxpromax, they can reach out to us. We help them check and confirm, and so that you will know whether you still have access to that particular email, so as to know whether you are going for the option of reset password or update your email. So I'm going to be using this video to show the two scenarios. So first, let me try this reset password option. So I'm going to be clicking on reset password. So I have a particular registered email address which was previously used for the Taxpromax logins. So I'm going to be putting the email address here. So at gmail.com. Then I'll click on send password link. So after clicking on that, I will go to my inbox to check. So as you can see, the link has been sent. So I'll just click on this reset password link where I will be prompted to enter a new password. So it says the password resets has been completed successfully. So I'm going to make an attempt to now log in. Then with this, I've successfully changed my password and I now have access to the Rev360 portal. It is still loading. It takes time, probably because it's a newly launched portal and we have a lot of people that is trying to access it at this moment. So that is why it keeps rolling like this. So let's go with the second option. This second option is meant for those that does not have access to their former registered email address. So we click on update email. That means you want to use a different email. Click on update email, then enter your tax ID. Your tax ID is what will be used to validate, to link this your new email address to your previous tax portal. So, and kindly note that the tax ID is different from TIN number. The TIN number is the normal TIN number we have that always end with the -001. Tax ID is actually different from that. So how do you get your tax ID? You visit taxid.nirs.gov.ng. This is for those that do not also that are unsure of their tax ID. So you can actually retrieve your company tax ID from this portal. So you click on corporate, company, enter ID. ID number means your CAC registration number. I'm still going to be using ABSEC nominee as an example. So let me click on business name. Hold on, I'm trying to get the housing number. One for 1093. So for this particular taxpayer, their tax ID is this. So you just copy the ID, then come back here and paste the tax ID. Then you insert the new email address you intend to put, the phone number, the national ID. So you can input the national ID of the company director or anyone in the company that has a senior position. And then you put a valid utility bill for address verification. So once you input all the necessary information, you upload the utility bill and submit for verification. So that is the option for those that does not have access to their old registered email address on Taxpromax and they needed to update. Should in case you have access to your email address and then you click on the option of reset password, you didn't receive any reset link, then you can try the option of the update email. If you try the option of the update email and you are not successful, please feel free to reach out to us so that we can advise on the next step. And the next necessary next step might be for us to visit any nearest NRS office for further assistance. All right. Thank you. Bye.